Let's start off. Hi guys, let's discuss the last section in Books of Accounts of Companies chapter 135, which is CSR. This section got amended many years and then finally we have all these provisions. If you look at the material itself, in our material itself, it runs for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides is just CSR. But we are going to simplify it as much as possible and we will make Gen Z notes today itself in class in just one side in your notebook max as to what to remember for exam. But of course we are going to focus on concept also. Basic questions: why CSR, for whom CSR, how much, if you don't spend that how much, if not spent what are the exceptions, where can I spend it, I can't buy BMW car saying CSR. Exclusions, where you should not be spending, who will spend. All these questions if you answer itself, 90% of CSR gets over. Then we will have some miscellaneous points. We will start off from the scratch itself. Why CSR? Have you done any charitable work, guys? Anytime? Some kind of charitable work. Arun, what you did? Student association, in which what you are doing? You collect food from sponsors and give it to people, students who need it. And many different types of charity I'm sure you may have done. Putting a biscuit for a dog. Okay, one small work, or let's say giving one old clothes for servants, whatever, donating, whatever. Now, how is CSR different from what you did? What you did is at an individual level. Now, CSR is for the company. Why is the act making it mandatory for a company to spend on CSR? Companies are earning already in crores. And when company is earning in thousands of crores or hundreds of crores, there is a damage that they are doing to the society. That is one. And at the same time, you are able to earn because the society is giving you give something back to them. Some companies, even before CSR came, they were anyway giving back a lot. For example, if you take Tata Group, this is Tata CSR page. Even before CSR came, they were giving a lot. If you come to their page, they will mention here what is their approach of CSR. All of those things they mention over here. What are their initiatives? For example, if you take their healthcare initiative, what are all the healthcare initiatives they have done? Tata China, TCS, what it has done, Tata Steel, what it has done. Then if you take, for example, let's say education and holistic development, they've actually put photos of people who have been benefited. Can you see here? Tata Steel 1000 schools project, first book. Then let's go to 1000 school project. You can actually see people who are benefited over here. Nearly 2 lakh children have been benefited, all of this because of CSR, and if not for CSR also they were spending. Similarly, if you go to Reliance CSR, who's there? Neeta Ambani is there. Where are the kids? Oh, here. Okay, இந்த கிட்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி தெரியல எனக்கு. சிஎஸ்ஆர் பெனிஃபிட் அந்த மாதிரி கிட்ஸ் தெரியல எனக்கு. ஓகே, இவங்க வந்து மாடல் கிட்ஸ் மாதிரி இருக்காங்க. ஓகே, ஃபைன். That's about it. And here also you have, okay, they have done spent totally 76 million lives spent, 1592 crores spent on CSR and wedding. Okay, now we will come back. Fine. So why CSR? You got context, because companies are earning so much they have to give back. Fine. Next we will go to basic question: for whom CSR is applicable. This was there from beginning. There are some limits which all companies have to spend for CSR. This is the only limit in this chapter where for all the limits listed automatically applicable, other than listed will have limits. Here it's not like that. Here if you look at the limits, for all companies it is same number. There is no classification of private, public, listed, unlisted. So what is the number over here? If you see any company, if I take any company, they are just taking 3 important metrics: turnover, paid up share capital, or net profit. Turnover, everything previous 1 year only. Previous 1 year turnover should have crossed 1000 crores, or paid up share capital should have crossed 500 crores, or net profit should have crossed 5 crores. That's what we have here also. Can you see, guys? Net worth 500, turnover 1000, net profit 5 crores or more in the preceding financial year of the company reported numbers. If you fall in this limit, it is applicable for you. Are you understanding, guys? Okay. So this company, if you fall, it is or anyone. No private public listed company, sir. These limits are not met. No need to spend for CSR. That means they are trying to say huge companies, big companies. How much should they spend for CSR next? So we are done with the next question. For whom it is applicable based on limits that we saw down. Are you understanding, guys? Any doubts so far? I am trying to keep it exam oriented. At the same time, we will discuss concepts over here. Now, this company, or for example, we saw Tata or Reliance, should spend how much on CSR? For example, let me take Vodafone Idea. Vodafone Idea's turnover is more than 1000 crores. Paid up share capital is more than 500 crores. But they will not spend for CSR. Why? அவங்கிட்டே காசு இல்லை. For them, they have a loss of around 40,000 crores loss. It is one of, I'm saying accumulated losses. It is one of the biggest or most loss-making company in India is Vodafone Idea. Why? Geo effect. Okay, now this company is not having money for themselves. How can they do for CSR? Are you following? So just because they cross turnover 1000, you can't expect every company to spend on CSR. You can't force a loss-making company. I don't have money for myself. You can only force somebody who has profits. So how much to spend? Second question. How much to spend? That's why they are saying you spend 2% of average net profit of last 3 years. Last 3 preceding financial years oda average net profit la 2%. For example, sir, my average net profit is 20 crores plus 10 crores plus 40 crores in last 3 years. Divided by 3. What is the average? 40, 60, 70. Okay, how much is coming? Let's make small change. Let's say average is 10 plus 10 plus 40. So how much is coming? 60. 60 by 3. 20 crores is my average. In this 20 crores I will apply 2% and you will end up with how much? How much, guys? How much? Correct, huh? Is it 40 lakhs or 4 lakhs, huh? Yeah, okay. Are you following, guys? Sure? Clear, guys? So 40 lakhs they will spend for CSR. No, it's not 40 lakhs. Yeah, 40 lakhs. Correct. Okay. You're right. 40 lakhs will be spent for CSR. Are you following, guys? Sir, what if in the last 3 years, 1 year is 10 crores net profit, 1 more year is 10 crores net profit, 1 year is 40 crores loss. Now how much is coming? Negative 20 divided by 3. Some negative is coming as 6.67. Will I spend 2.2% on this, sir? No. So average net profit of last 3 years, that means fair provision. I'm asking companies who don't have money. Last 3 years you have profits. So I'm asking only 2% of that, guys. 2% you can't give for charitable work, giving back to society. Correct? Okay. So now what to remember? Sir, for exam, for whom it's applicable? Limits. Turnover more than or equal to 1000 crores. Paid up share capital more than or equal to 500 crores. Net profit more than or equal to 5 crores. How much they should spend? 2% of average net profit of last 3 years. Let us go document whatever we have seen so far, because if you're going to document Gen Z notes in the ending, it will be too much. As and when we learn one set of provisions, we will document them. Okay. Whatever we are learning now are the base provisions. If you are lucky, they will ask questions only here. In fact, they used to ask only here until one huge amendment list came. Okay. So first for Gen Z notes, section 135 CSR. What all we saw? Don't write why CSR. Don't write Nita Ambani and all here. Okay. Applicability. For whom? For whom? Company. 3 limits. Turnover, paid up share capital, net profit. Anyone more than or equal to 1000 crores, more than or equal to 500 crores, more than or equal to 5 crores. Next, How much should they spend? How much they should spend, guys? For this company, 2% of average net profit of last 3 years. Are you following the words? Is average net profit. Loss not required. That's it. Are you following, guys? It is or any this or this. Here it is any company. Giving importance to the word any company. Private, public, whatever. Clear, guys? This is the base. Can we proceed further, guys? So we are done with for whom. Simple. How much? Within how much I still have some more points. Some more points. Now, can I spend, let's say in this case we got 40 lakhs for CSR. 40 lakhs came for CSR. Can I spend this 40 lakhs of CSR? You tell me. Let's say I have a company's I'm going to concept now. I have a company's P&L. I have sales which is 300 crores. Okay. This 300 crores was earned throughout the year. How it is earned, we will come to it. Now I'm going to ask you a logic question. Follow. Where are we now? We are discussing this 2% of average net profit of last 3 years. I'm just going to some complexities over here. Okay. Now if you see here, in this 40 lakhs, okay, let's say company is saying, I want to go to Africa. There are a lot of kids there who need help in education and nutrition. I will give it fully for Africa. Let's say I am Agarwal, Dr. Agarwal Eye Hospital. Agarwal Eye Hospital has branches in Africa. So they are saying I will go there and spend for them. Is it allowed? You tell me. If you are a lawmaker, will you allow this? CSR is for benefiting in initiatives in India. That means if you are making the law, I'm not saying how law is. If you are making the law, will you allow the spending outside India? No. That's how the law is made. CSR should be spent only in India, and that too, if you are a company from Chennai, they are saying first you spend around Chennai. I'm from Chennai, sir. I will go spend in Northeast India. First you finish there. Then it's not mandatory. They are saying try to cover around your company. Okay, we'll come to that later. That means not allowed to spend outside. Now this 3,000 crores fully came because of exports. Or fully came, let's say Agrawal Hospital. I will split like this. This 300 crores, Agrawal Hospital has branch in India. I'm sure you would have seen Chennai, other places, and wherever north, wherever it's there. Agrawal Hospital also has branch in. They have 12 branches in 3 countries, as far as I know last. Now it could only increased or maybe decreased. In this 300 crores, 200 crores came from Indian hospital. 100 crores came from hospital in Africa. Now, similarly, my net profit also, let's say 50 crores, it will split India and Africa. Should I take only Indian net profit or can I take even African net profit? If you are making law, you should take only Indian or take both. How many of you both? How many of you only Indian? Majority saying Indian. Now those who are saying African, you are taking profits from there, but you won't allow to spend for there. Not fair, correct? So I'll give you 2 scenarios. You tell me which one may include, which you may not include. First, what I just discussed, Dr. Agarwal, their net profit, let's say out of 50 crores, 40 crores is from Indian hospitals. In India, 10 crores is from the hospital in Africa, Uganda, whatever. Okay. This is case 1. In case 2, let's say we have Infosys. What is Infosys doing? Nothing but Infosys is information systems software. So their sales includes export and domestic sales. Export only will be more because they are providing more software service to other countries. Our people will not pay that much. So export they are earning 700 crores. Domestic only 300 crores. Total sales is 1000 crores. So net profit also it's split like this. Okay. Now my question is, in this Agarwal example, I'm repeating again. Can I spend a CSR outside India? No. So therefore, my net profit, I will consider only Indian net profit. I will not consider net profit earned in Africa because you are not allowed to spend over there. Is it a right provision if I am drafting? Yes. Same way for Infosys I am asking. Assuming instead of sales is net profit you keep, guys. Net profit 700 from export and domestic is 300. Can I take full 1000 or only take 700? Can I take only 700, 300 or 1000? Only 300. Why? Because it is domestic is the wrong answer. You should take in this case full 1000. Sir, I am confused, sir. That's exactly what I want. Now I will make a statement that will clarify the difference. In Agarwal Hospital, the income is earned in Africa, where the source of income also is from Africa. In Infosys, the income is earned from US, but the work is happening in India. The source, the place where the income is generated is in India. It is an export. Because people are coding here, we are getting money from there. Are you following? Therefore, in second case, I will take the full 1000. Are you following? That means conclusion, look at this. How much to spend? In how much to spend, the net profit does not include, follow carefully, profit arising from overseas branch in outside India, Agarwal Hospital in Africa, or branches of company where operate as separate company. In simpler solnuna, if the source and the work is happening outside India, from overseas branch I am getting income, I will not include. To put it in simple terms, Saravana Bhavan has a branch in Dubai. From that, if they are earning profits, I will not include. Saravana Bhavan Chennai, Arun purchased idli, took in flight, went to Dubai and gave to his friend. That sale he will include because it is the idli was cooked in Chennai. Are you following, guys? Clear? Understanding? Got the logic? In any book, when you are doing self-study, you will mug up. Overseas branch, exclude. Why? Next attempt. Okay. No, attempt you will pass for sure because exam they will not ask logic. Fine. But logic is important so that it will help you in articleship later. Then there is one more second exception. This time I will read the exception like how you will study. Let's see if you are able to identify why it's an exception. Any dividend received from other companies in India which are covered under complying with the provisions of section 135. You can mug up dividend received from other companies in India which are covered under and complying provisions of section 135. Are you able to follow, guys? Maybe yes, no. Concept, again another very beautiful concept. Let's take two companies. We'll take the same two companies we saw. Reliance, Tata, okay. PNL, okay. Let's say Tata earned a net profit of 100. Okay, net profit of 100. Ignore tax for now. I will talk about tax a little later. Very easy answer. But now let's say they are paying CSR. They are spending for CSR. And let's say they had a CSR expense 20. Now the net profit is after CSR is 80. So profit before CSR, profit after CSR. Now on this 80, let's say they are declaring dividend. Let's say they declared dividend of 30. So what is the rest of the net profit? 50, which goes to their balance sheet. Now assume Reliance invested 10% in Tata. Example, they invested 10%. That means in the dividend declared of 30, how much will Reliance get? Other income 3 will come. Don't write 30. Reliance is not having 100%. So I get 3. Then write other items like sales, etc. Whatever, 500, whatever. Assume the net profit here is 200 for Reliance. Assume the net profit of Reliance is 200. In this 200, which I am going to apply on CSR, which I am going to take average, which I will apply 2% or I will take average, this 200 includes this 3. And on this 3, already CSR of 2% was spent. That's why this 3 is a 98%, correct? That means this 3 has already gone through the process of CSR spend. Again, if I put 2% on 200, it is like double taxation. Double CSR. It's like putting tax on tax. It's like giving GST without credit. You need to allow credit for GST. Correct? You won't allow double GST, guys. You will remove input credit. This 3 is like that input credit. Where this 3 has already been going through CSR. So from this 200 you will reduce. You will be left with. In that you will apply. If it's average. Are you following, guys? How many of you not understanding? Not understanding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll again repeat. Okay. How many of you understanding? Perfect. Okay. I will read the point in simple. Dividend received from other companies in India which are covered under provisions of 135. You should exclude that net profit. Meaning, first I'll write in Gen Z notes. Sir, what to remember for exam, whether I understood or not. This net profit, both places. Okay. Leave the limit. I'm talking about this net profit. And the 2% you compute on one thing and you take average. No. Here, it does not include. Does not includes two things. Income from overseas branch or even subsidiary. Foreign subsidiary. No need to include. Foreign subsidiary, or second one, dividend from company already spending on CSR. Easily I finished. Dividend from company already spending on CSR, I will not include. Are you all with me, guys? Hello. Now follow. For those who didn't understand, I will just repeat. In my P&L, if I get other income which includes dividend of, let's say, 10, this 10 was given to me by, let's say, Tata Group. How will Tata give me this 10? Net dividend is nothing but net profit la a percentage is going to be. But to find this net profit, already they reduced what? CSR. So that means this net profit already went through a process of CSR. That means again I will not take it through the process of CSR. Are you getting to an extent? So already CSR is spent. Simply you are shaking head. Understood? Really? So this 10 already went through CSR. Therefore the net profit will not include this 10. Are you getting it, guys? Yes, Sanjay. If not, Tata, va? Okay, doesn't have to spend for CSR, but they're spending for. Not eligible, na? They don't fall in the limits of 500 crores, 1000 crores or 5 crores. But still I'm simply spending for CSR. No, then of course you will include. See, let's say this is not Tata. Let's say it's a small private limited company. They are giving dividend. Then you will of course include. You will only exclude the dividend if the company which is paying the dividend is also spending on CSR. Okay, yes. Correct. No, see, you are saying this 3 is income for Reliance. That income is from Tata and Tata already paid CSR on that. No. Why will you allow double taxation? GST without credit will you allow? I will tell my business, I am doing separate business, you are doing separate business. Let both of us pay GST, will you allow? No. See, GST, what is the concept? If you are selling for 100, you purchase for 70, net is, you pay effectively GST only on net. Can I argue? No, 70 is their sale, 100 is my sale, I will pay 18%, I will pay 18, no need credit in Solviani. Same thing here. Following, guys. Yes, Harish. you have to pay. I'll talk about that. Whether CSR should be spent or provision, we'll talk about that. Whether what will happen if you don't spend. Okay, that we still have answers for that. Okay, so if you let's come back here and let's revise. You guys told the doubts, took up all the doubts. Only one doubt is CSR, should I spend or should I create provision? We have a concept for that. Let's revise one more time, guys. Why CSR is done? For whom CSR? Limits net profit more than or equal to 5 crores. Net profit 5 crores. Turnover more than or equal to 1,000. Paid up share capital. How much? When I say paid up share capital, it's net worth. The net worth of the company. Okay. Next. Where did it go? Yeah. For whom I should spend? Limits are done. How much to spend? 2% of average net profit of last 3 years. It has some exclusions. So far for exam only this one, guys. This is what we saw for exam, and this 2% of average net profit of last 3 years does not include income from overseas branch and overseas subsidiary, dividend from company already spending on CSR. Next question, if you go and see, if not spent, what happens? That is the exact question which Harish raised few minutes back. If you don't spend, what will happen? Should I create provision or should I actually spend? That was the question, correct? We will answer that itself next. Okay, we will come and write here later. What happens if you don't spend? Should I create provision? All of that. Now, this they have classified into 3. We have 2%. So I should spend how much? This is the amended area, amended few years back. This 2%, let me split into 3. Maybe other people's doubts also. If I spend more than 2%, this is one case. Harish didn't ask that. More than 2%, equal to 2%, less than. Correct? This was a doubt, Harish. Okay. Now, if I spend exactly 2%, nothing to do. If I spend more than 2%, follow carefully. They bought a beautiful provision where if you spend less than 2% also, we have a provision. I'll tell you why this came. Earlier, this was not there. They will try to spend 2%. If you spend more, I can't do anything. If you spend less, it's okay. Spend it next year. It's okay. Leave it. Just give justification why you couldn't spend. Then people took advantage of this. Summa board's report I will give justification. Sorry, I could not spend this year. Escape. Because it's charity. Then the law got changed. The law said, if you spend less than, they introduce penalty. If you don't create provision, I'll come penalty. So they said, if you spend more than 2%, allow me to carry forward. Less than 2%, you are punishing me. More than 2%, reward me. So what they are saying, if you spend more than 2%, you can carry forward what? Excess for how many years? For the next 3 years only. For the next 3 years. Sir, Tata Group has been spending every year more than 10% they are spending, sir. Carry forwarding, it's getting lapsed. Now will the company to save that spend less than 2%? No. Tata Group is not, they don't care about CSR. They're anyway going to spend. This is only for those companies who feel forced. I should spend. You're troubling me. It will help them. For somebody who is anyway okay spending more than 2%, this provision is of no use. Are you understanding, guys? So simple. What remember for exam? If you spend more than 2%, excess carried forward for next 3 years. Like income tax carried forward for next few years. After 3 years, the benefit will go away. That's it. We will do sums. We have sums. Don't worry. So many sums are there in workout. First to understand the provisions. Equal to 2%. Less than 2%, now what I told you? Penalty. But companies said, see, some years genuinely I'm spending only 1%. If you punish me, it's not fine. Correct? So they said, okay, fine. If it is less than 2%, they are giving you some time. They're giving you some time. Why you didn't spend? They're asking you a question. They're asking you a question. They are saying, see, if I spend for giving donation to kids as it is, then it's fine. I am planning to construct a hospital. Hospital construction will not be done within the same year, correct? Hospital might take 3-4 years. So allow me time to spend. Today only I made the hospital plan, finalize the architect. I need some more time to spend. So they are saying, okay, that means you are doing an ongoing project. What is ongoing project? I started a project, it is going on, yet to complete. When I complete, I will anyway spend fully. Now only I started, now only I did the puja. Okay, so now they are saying, okay, from 31st March of the financial year, let's say 25, as of 31st March of the year, you have not spent how much? 2%. Let's take numbers to understand this better, okay, so that it will be much easier for you. Let's say the average net profit of last 3 years. Average net profit of last 3 years is 50 crores. Therefore, 2% is how much? How much? How much? 1 crore. Okay. 1 crore, guys. Yeah. I have to spend how much? 1 crore. Let's say in this 1 crore, I spent only 70 lakhs. So deficit is how much? What to do with this 30 lakhs? As of 31st March 2025, I have a deficit of 30 lakhs. Ongoing project, now he is saying within 30 days from the end of financial year, which is 30th April 2025, transfer that deficit to a separate bank account. So I have to transfer to separate bank account. Are you following, guys? Then they are saying spend within the next 3 financial years, including this financial year. That means which is the first financial year here? 24-25 is the year which got over. Now I am in 25-26. In 25-26, how many days are over? Only 30 days are over. Correct? Only 30 days. He is saying within the next 3 financial years you have to spend. When will the next 3 financial years end? Look at this. From 31st March 2025, it goes on till 31st March 2028. Are you following? Sir, simple solnuna. I'll make it more simple for you. It is which day? 31st March 25. 31st March 25. I'll keep it very simple. Maybe if I draw like this, you will get clarity. Very easy, guys. Many are getting confused here. 31st March 25. I did not spend how much? Spend within the next 3 financial years, which ends on 31st March 28. Clear? But within the next, you have to transfer to separate bank account. That's it. Are you following, guys? Spend within 3 financial years. In the 3 financial years, in the first 30 days, you transfer to a. But the wordings is not like this. How simple we discuss now. The wordings, what they have given, for wordings, if you see, what they'll say is ongoing project within 30 days you will transfer to a separate bank account, and the same should be spent within 3 financial years from the date of. That means from the date of transfer, which is including that financial year, I should spend within 3 financial years. Failing which, the balance should be transferred to fund under Schedule 7 within 30 days from close of financial year. What is this, sir? Look at this. Now I am on 31st March 2028. I still didn't spend. 3 years, you are not able to spend 30 lakhs. Useless fellow. Give that money to me. I will show you how to spend. Transfer to fund specified in PM Cares Fund. Transfer to PM Cares Fund. I will show you how to spend. I am expert. So when does the 30 days end again? 30th April 28. That means basically the whole time they have given us, if you see, is 3 years plus 30 days. This 30 days is extra to transfer to fund if you don't spend within 3 years. Simpla solluna, he is giving us 3 years time to spend. You are not spending, transfer to PM fund specified in schedule 7. Example is PM cares fund. Are you following, guys? Clear? Everybody understanding? This is for an ongoing project. We will summarize now in Gen Z. If it's a not ongoing, I am yet to start, sir. I have to spend how much? 1 crore. I am still thinking. I am thinking I will build hospital. In my mind I can see hospital, but I am yet to start. They are saying, no problem, I will start. You give the money to me. They are saying, no need 3 years time for you. Nee no start panliya. You are still thinking about writing exam for the last 2 months. Didn't start. Daily I'm thinking, tomorrow I will study for 10 hours. Then tomorrow 10 hours I'm thinking, next day I will study for 10 hours. But I didn't start studying. So like that they are saying, no problem, we will spend. You give it to us. Not ongoing project. Within 6 months from end of financial year, before you keep the AGM, he's saying, which is 31st March 25, 6 months ends on which day? 30th September 25. You transfer the money to fund under schedule 7. Look at this. Look at the wordings. Not ongoing project. You are yet to start. Useless fellow. Within 6 months from close of financial year, you transfer to fund under schedule 7. You give it to me. I will spend. PM cares fund knows how to spend. Okay. Gen Z notes. Now we have to see what happens if you don't spend. All the scenarios. Now looking at spending. If I write it like this, all 3 scenarios, more than 2%, excess to be carried forward for 3 years. That's it. Excess to be carried forward for next 3 years. 2%. Clear? Equal to 2%. Very good. Don't write that. Nothing to do. Spent exactly 2%. Less than 2%. They are asking 2 scenarios. 1, 2. Ongoing. Then the timeline is simple. I will draw like this itself. It is going to be first 30 days. Inclusive of this 3 financial years. Again 30 days. In the first 30 days, transfer to separate bank account. Next 3 financial years, please spend it. If not, in the again next 30 days, unspent amount will go to schedule 7. This is ongoing. This and all is amendments, guys. Whatever I'm discussing now is amendment. It is not ongoing. Excellent. No problem. You transfer to the schedule 7 within 6 months of end of financial year. Which financial year? This year. See, for this year I will see last year. See, for example, if I give numbers over here, financial year 23-24 is last year. Current financial year may be 24-25. So in 24-25, if you are not spending the previous year's 2%, then within the next 3 years or next, you have to act. Are you following? For this year, I will take last year's and do 2%. This year, if I am not able to spend, next 3 years or next 6 months. Are you guys following? Okay. So far, what we have learnt, let's summarize CSR alone. For whom it is applicable? Any company turnover more than or equal to 1000 crores, paid-up capital more than or equal to 500 crores, net profit more than or equal to 5 crores. Anyone satisfied? I have to spend for CSR. How much to spend? 2% of average net profit of last 3 years. In this average net profit of last 3 years does not include foreign income from foreign branch or foreign subsidiary, any dividend receipt from a company already paying CSR. Now spending 2% more or less. You spent exactly 2%. Perfect. Proceed. Less than 2%. Sorry, more than 2%. Excess will be carried on for next 3 years. What do you mean by excess carried forward for next 3 years? It's basically, let's say you spent 3% this year. What is the excess? Next year, if I spend only 1%, it is sufficient. Okay. And then next we saw, if you spend less than 2%, you have to ask a question. Ongoing, Not ongoing. Ongoing na project started. That's it. Not ongoing na you are still thinking. Ongoing, don't write an exam, I'm still thinking. No. Ongoing project, not ongoing means project yet to start. Ongoing project means from the end of the financial year you have to spend within 3 years. But in the 3 years, first 30 days kulla you have to transfer to a separate bank account. Within 3 financial years ending, if you are not able to spend, then you transfer to Schedule 7 fund within 30 days. Not ongoing project from end of financial year, within 6 months you transfer to fund in Schedule 7. Are you following? Example of Schedule 7 fund, PM Cares fund, all of you are aware of it. There are many other funds, Clean Ganga fund, that fund, we will see all that later. Are you following, guys? Swachh Bharat, all of that. Okay. Understanding, guys? Clear till here? Okay. Now, since we are discussing about all net profit percentage only, is it net profit before tax or net profit after tax? What, sir? We thought we understood fully. That's why I didn't take the tax in that computation. Profit before tax is 100. Tax itself is 30%. Profit after tax is 70. Now when you compute 2 percentage, is it 2% of 100 or 2% of 70? A question. How many of you 70? How many of you 100? Now you are drafting the law. I'm going to tell you how to draft law. Okay. You are drafting. I'm not going to give you answer. You are drafting law. You are creating provision for CSR. The CSR spend is for whom? For the, you want company to spend more for society or less for society? So if you want company to spend more for society, will you take PBT or PAT? You are the lawmaker. So now I should take PBT or PAT? How many of you PAT now? Therefore, which one should I take tax? It is always profit before tax. Makes sense? I told you law is all about common sense. It's nothing to mug up. Why PBT? You should not ask. That's good for the society. Always think, if you are drafting the law, how you would have kept it. Are you following, guys? Clear? So it is profit before tax. That means how the numbers will look like practically. If you want to see, if profit before tax is CSR is 2, reduce 2, you are left with. In this 98 you will reduce tax. So that means I am taking average of last 3 years. No, I will take average of last 3 years on a PBT. Add that and then apply 2%, not PAT. Are you following, guys? Everybody clear? Yes. Balance sheet? It will be a net profit. No, where will CSR come in P&L? It will come in expense, other expense. So his doubt is, sir, CSR as an expense, where it will come in P&L? Other expense. It will come in other expense of my current year. That's it. Okay. Fine. Let's come back. Follow, guys. Let's again revise. Listen, do you feel it is structured or it's very cluttered discussion? Are you able to follow, guys? See, when only discussing concept, we are deviating somewhere else. I'm taking doubts. Let's come back to context. Why CSR is done? For whom CSR? Now you're going to learn what? Limits. How much is CSR? We know 2% of average net profit of last 3 years. Not, if not spent, you know, less than 2%. Now what happens? More than 2% also. What happens? Next is, who will spend? Let's see. Who will spend on CSR? Who will spend? Company only will, of course, spend for CSR. But in that company, I have to specifically pick a few people. So the board of directors will appoint someone called CSR committee. This committee will tell whom to spend. For example, here, Nita Ambani is part of CSR committee. Are you following, guys? Okay. Now, this committee's work is what? What is the committee's work? They will first go to Taj Hotel, book one conference room, and sit and plan. Yenga spend panno money. Correct. They have to plan. Immediately they will not start spending. They have to plan the project. So they will go there, plan the project. Then they will tell, okay, let me go and spend in let's say for example some backward area, they will travel to that backward area and they will see, is this place needing that spend? I can't see in Zoom call. That means there is going to be a lot of planning to be done. Whether committee members will go or they will send some stuff, correct? Okay, they will send some stuff. Happy Nova. Okay, so this committee's work is to plan and formulate. Look at this roles and duties of CSR committee. What Nita Ambani will do, follow, formulate and recommend to the board CSR policy, what all we want to do, this time whom we want to help. Are you following, guys? Okay, recommend the amount of expenditure to be incurred on the activities. Let's say for education how much, for health how much, for let's say cleaning up the city how much, all of that. Where they can spend we will show you later. Monitor the policy. I can't go and spend, I will just see the review, ellam correct nadakudha, all of that. Fine. This committee will include whom? Only Nita Ambani? No. They have some limit. If the company has 3 or more directors, which company will have 3 or more directors? Public limited company. That means they're trying to say public limited company. So if it's a public limited company, 3 or more directors, there should be, 3 or more directors, one shall be independent. That means the first point is basically public limited company. If there are 3 or more directors, one shall be independent director. Independent director not required, and only 2 directors are enough. So basically they are trying to say CSR committee should have 3 or more directors. That means if public company will have how many directors, guys? 3 directors, then all 3 will become CSR committee and one will be independent director. Let me just summarize that over here in Gen Z. Next, CSR committee, we will split and make it simple, guys. For public company it will be 3, for private 2, but it actually is not written like that. How they write is, in this 3 there should be at least one independent director. One should be independent director. If independent director is not there, then 2 are enough. So it's not 3 mandatory, it is 3 including one independent director. If independent director is not applicable, then 2 are enough. For private limited company where only 2 are there, then 2 will be in the committee. Then we also have this foreign company. See, foreign company, person under 380 and other nominee is needed. So what is this? When you see foreign company, you will know, guys. For foreign company, person under section 380. When we do foreign company, you will understand this. Who is this person under 380? He is like the agent of the foreign company in India. Because Apple is in US, they should appoint someone responsible for India. That person is called person under section 380. Are you following? Sir, exam what to remember. CSR committee should have 3 people. In that one should be independent director. Independent director not applicable, then 2. My private company has only 2 directors, then my committee will have 2 directors. Foreign company should have person under section 380 as committee member. Are you following? Now this, what is the work of committee we decided? What this committee will do? They will go and plan. Now let's say my company's net profit of our last 3 years, my net profit is 5 lakhs. Average is 5 lakhs into 2% is how much? 10,000. 5 lakhs into 2% is, for 10,000 rupees I will put a committee. And the committee conference room book panna kaas gaali edum. Correct? So the committee is required only where the amount to be spent for CSR does not exceed 50 lakhs, then committee is not required. Board will take care. So when this committee is needed, if the CSR is more than 50 lakhs, so this committee needed if CSR to be spent is more than 50 lakhs. If CSR to be spent is more than up to 50 lakhs, no need. Are you following, guys? Clear? All of you with me, guys? Hello? Anybody has any doubts? CSR is like a separate chapter, guys. It's one separate chapter. Inside one chapter, they kept one chapter. Okay. Now, let's revise CSR again. For whom is CSR applicable? Any company whose turnover is more than 1000 crores net worth. Net worth, actual wording says net worth more than or equal to 500 crores, net profit more than or equal to 5 crores. How much they will spend? 2% of average net profit of last 3 years. This 2% does not include overseas branch income and net profit from a company already spending on CSR. Spending more than 2% are carried forward for 3 years. Equal to 2%, nothing. Less than 2%, ongoing now. 3 years, within the 3 years, transfer to separate bank account in 30 days. After 3 years, within 30 days, transfer to fund in Schedule 7. Not ongoing. 6 months from end of financial year. CSR committee. This CSR committee is needed if the spend is more than 50 lakhs. Then public company now. 3 including 1 independent director. Independent director illana 2 are sufficient. Private company has only 2 directors, then those 2 are enough. Foreign company need to have a person under section 380. We saw till here. Are you following, guys? So if I strike, first page is finally done. Next page. Okay. Next page I am not going to discuss now. We will have a separate discussion for this. I kept saying about Schedule 7 fund. Companies Act has 7 schedules. Schedule 1, 2, 3 is the balance sheet format. P&L format. Schedule 7 of the Companies Act talks about where and all you can spend money for CSR. For example, they are saying contribution to PM Cares Fund. Can you see that, guys? Then, for example, national heritage, malnutrition, poverty, like this one huge list is there, spending for COVID related work. Just remember, don't have to mug up this, but we have a huge list. How to remember this? We have a separate story. I will take that later. How to remember items in Schedule 7? Once I finish all the other provisions, we will direct a movie in class. And then you remember that movie script now, all the points are covered. Are you following, guys? I will go to the next set. Before that, doubts? Independent director, the question they're asking is, sir, independent director will come in which case? Not in syllabus. Independent director is in director's chapter CA final. There is some eligibility. If company satisfies another limit, they have to appoint independent director. Since we don't have in syllabus, you don't have to know which company needs to have independent director. If question says this company has independent director, include them. Otherwise, no. Who is an independent director? I will tell you. In Reliance board, if all the directors are Reliance family, then it's not a company, it's a family business. So on the family Tandi, somebody from outside, like Harish, they will make him sit there. So he will ask Ambani some questions in that board. Are you following, guys? Clear? Understood, all of you? Yes, doubt? Doubt? Dividend? Ongoing project ka? Correct, they will transfer. Yeah, correct. Correct. Yeah, so his question is, if company is having ongoing project for 3 years, they have not yet spent. Now, if that company is paying dividend, will I exclude? Yes, because I am anyway spending for CSR. I am just in my grace period of 3 years. So if that company is paying dividend, I will exclude it. Okay. No. If a company is receiving income, dividend from a company already paying CSR, you will exclude that. That's it. I don't care if that company they spent more than 2%, they spent less than 2%, they spent no. Are they following CSR provisions? Yes. Exclude that. That's it. Your point is valid. What he is trying to actually ask is, See, what is actually trying to, I don't know if you're getting his doubt. His doubt is actually a very valid doubt. It is very detailed, maybe CA final level doubt. Okay, what is asking is, company should spend only 2% for CSR. If company spends 12%, Tata 100, they spend 12. So left is 88. From this 88, they paid dividend. This I will exclude. His doubt is, instead of 2%, they spent only 1%. So profit became 99 only. From this 99, I am getting dividend. That means full CSR is not reduced here. Full CSR is not reduced here. Should this receiving company now pay your CSR on this? That's the doubt, correct? Are you even getting the doubt? To understand this doubt, you should be able to think that much. Are you getting it? What is the answer for this? I don't think ICA will test this much detail. This is actually equal to a case study question. Answer is very simple. This year it's like this. This is year 1. Next year 2. Within 3 years they have to spend. That year it will be 100 minus 3. It will become 97. So it gets set off between 2 years. Are you getting it now, guys? I don't know if you understood the doubt and the answer to it. Understood now? Fine. If not, leave it. I don't think ICA will go that detail. But if they go, I hope you got clarity, guys. Harish, clear? Others? Puridapa? Okay. Okay. Good doubts. So I'm just taking up good doubts in class. Fine. Let's go to last page. Some FAQs. FAQs regarding CSR. Now, which profit should I take, guys? Profit before tax only I will take. Can company with small CSR pool their CSR? That means one company has to spend 2 lakhs, one company has to spend 7 lakhs. Can they join together and spend 10 lakhs? Nalladana pandringa. Yes, you can do. You are doing good things only. Yes. Will any tax exemption be provided for this? Will they allow tax allowance? They are saying yes, if as provided in Income Tax Act. So Income Tax is saying yes, now do that. Companies Act is saying I don't know, that I can't do anything. Is Income Tax providing exemption for CSR spending? Yes or no? You should tell me. PGBP. Yes or no? Not sure. Okay. Next one, guys. Now, next one more common question which many people have. Look at this. Holding company has CSR. They follow the limits. Should subsidiary also spend just because holding is spending? Holding company's net profit is more than subsidiary is not. Just because holding is following CSR, should subsidiary spend? No. That is the next point. If a company fulfills limit, holding or subsidiary should also follow or no. Apply the limits for holding and subsidiary separately. Next question. Section 8 company is what company? Non-profit. Should they spend for CSR? Should they spend for CSR? Section 8 company is anyway spending 100%. Object is for charitable purpose. And the definition says CSR, any company crossing those 3 limits. So Section 8 company doesn't have to bother because they are not spending 2%. They are spending 100% for CSR. So that should not be a question. So answer is obviously yes. Would CSR be applicable for Section 8 if it satisfies? Yes. But yes, let it satisfy. They don't have to worry itself. Problem is if Section 8 is not spending 2% on CSR only problem. Then you are not Section 8 company. You are fraud company. Okay. Next. If company has spent more than 2%, what you can do? Carry it forward for next 3 years. Subject to conditions. Then ongoing and this project is done. What is ongoing project? Someone should have asked. A hospital building, all of that. A multi-year project. What is ongoing? Metro is not CSR, no. Okay. Metro is luxury. CSR is for basic living. What is needed? A multi-year project undertaken by a company not exceeding, excluding the financial year in which it was. I started this year now. Leave this year. Apart from this, 3 more years. Are you building metro? Hospital you can build within 3 years. Next. Or such projects not considered as multi-year project but crossed beyond 1 year, as per reasonable justification. I didn't call it multi-year. I thought I will finish within, but it crossed 1 year and the board feels it took some time. It's okay. Call it a ongoing project. Are you following, guys? That's it. Then one question that should not come in exam. It's an amendment during COVID. Can payment made in form of ex gratia to temporary employees qualify as CSR? Yes. What is this? During COVID, because daily wage workers got affected, some companies paid a one-time payment. Okay, take 10,000. No more work for you. Sorry, we can't do anything. Can I call that CSR? Actually, no, because you are paying them compensation for them to get some livelihood. But Supreme Court told that year during COVID alone, if auditor certified as a one-time exception, it is CSR. This question would have come during COVID exam times. Now it's not relevant. But again, if one-time payment to people, daily wage workers during COVID is part of CSR. So last page, few general questions you will have is done. Now at this point, what is left in CSR, guys? Okay, what is left in CSR? We have 3 more pages. I'll just give you brief as to what is left at this point. Okay. What else are left? Follow, guys. I told CSR is a separate chapter. The provisions are much bigger than what is there in dividend and charges combined. Okay. One thing what we have left is schedule 7 is left. Then we are still yet to see where to spend and some exceptions to it, or more than where to spend, in other words, how to spend. How to spend, okay. It's not where to spend, how to spend. How to spend, I should spend in India first, not outside India. No, where to spend only schedule 7. Where to spend is schedule 7. How to spend is, can I spend for employees? Like how to spend? Can 2 companies come together and spend like that? Then we have some compliances. CSR 1, CSR 2 forms. This many provisions. Auditor, what is the income? CSR 1 and 2. Then you have a concept called impact assessment. Then you have another concept of capital asset created for CSR. That's it is left. Let me just cross check once. Yeah. Schedule 7. Where to spend, how I will spend, penalty, 6 months, CSR. That's it. So these are the ones which are left. Apart from what we have in Gen Z notes. Whatever you wrote so far, how much space it's taking? Half or 3/4 of a page. What is left here will take the remaining 1/4. That's it. One side it's there. Are you following? Okay. This itself will take another 45 minutes. So what I will do, where to spend, schedule 7, how to spend, compliance and impact assessment, I will do in the next session. I will do one last concept, capital asset created for CSR, what to do now. That's it. If we answer all these questions, CSR is done. Are you following, guys? Let's say Tata Group built a hospital for CSR. Hospital is an asset. In whose name you will register? If I register in Tata name, it's I built for myself. Are you following, guys? You never thought of this. If I build an asset for charitable purpose, can I build a hospital for charity and tell, register in my name? Maybe charitable work is going on, but after 10 years, if I want, I can convert that to a mall. Nobody can question. So an amendment came very recently, which basically said, this full page is amendments in 2021. Over here, point number 4 relates to capital asset. Company can acquire capital asset for purpose of creation or acquisition of capital asset shall be held by. It cannot be in the name of company. It should be either in Section 8 company's name or registered public trust with charitable objects or beneficiaries. Hospital is for whom? People who need support. So create a trust for them. Okay. Create a trust or self-help groups or public authority, government. Government is saying, you don't know whose name to put. Keep in my name. I'll take care. Don't worry. Okay. So if I have to summarize over here, let's summarize whatever we saw so far here more. Capital asset created or acquired under CSR will go to three places: public authority, Section 8 company, registered trust. Registered trust or beneficiaries. Are you following, guys? Some more questions we'll write. Profit will be PBT only. Can companies pool CSR funds? Answer is yes. Next, apply limit for holding and subsidiary separately. That's it. Are you following, guys? Understanding? Any doubts so far? Hello? Clear? Purila sir, handwriting purila sir. What I'm going to do for next batch, I'm going to give all this note to one student to type it neatly and give me. Okay. As a paid assignment, whoever handwriting is good in system. Because I can't do that. That is a work I have to give because I can't do. Okay. Okay. Yes, it is a photo. Hi, Solrana. Okay. Yeah. What we'll do now? So this is part 1 of CSR. I thought we'll finish full movie today. This is part 1 of CSR. Part 2 we will see tomorrow. But let's revise part 1, guys. Okay, let's revise part 1. Okay. Follow, guys. Hello. Yes. Kila ponuma. Yeah. 1 second. Let's revise this part 1 of CSR and close the session for today. One last time. Part 1. Let's start off. CSR. For recording, I'm saying part 1 CSR. Okay. CSR is applicable for whom, guys? Any company whose turnover is more than or equal to 1000 crores, net worth 500 crores, net profit more than 5 crores. How much they should spend? 2% of average net profit of last 3 years. That net profit does not include foreign income of a foreign income from branch, all of that subsidiary, and dividend from a company already spending on CSR. CSR spending more than 2% carried forward. Same as 2%, leave it. Less than 2%, ongoing, not ongoing. Not ongoing na within 6 months transfer to Modi scheme, Schedule 7 fund. Okay. Then ongoing na, we spend within 3 years. In the 3 years, first 30 days transfer to separate bank account. After 3 years, unspent, if it's still there, it will go to Schedule 7 fund. Next we saw CSR committee. If the CSR to be spent is more than 50 lakhs, and then public company should have minimum 3 members. One should be independent director. Private 2. If I have only 2, I will keep only 2. Foreign company person under 380. If you create capital asset, then Section 8 company, registered trust or public authority, we should take only profit before tax. Can you pool CSR of multiple companies? Yes. Then apply limit for holding and subsidiary separately. What is the auditor's role here? When I went for an audit for CSR, they told we built hospital. I said, where is the hospital? He said, anga irukku paranga. Then I saw ground dhaan irukku. 4 naai odudhu. 4 dogs were running. I said, where is the hospital? I can't see. He said, sir, anga irukku sir, ungalku theriyala. We are all able to see. You can't see. So in books they will put CSR as hospital, but that money they will spend for, let's say, private villa or buying some Rolls Royce. So this is all auditor should find. CSR is actually spent for what they told they will spend, or they told hospital and they went to, let's say, some hotel in US and they're relaxing. That only is impact assessment. I'm giving you intro. Impact assessment auditor will do. Fees. That is the main provision. Part 2 is, I'm giving teaser for part 2 guys, like Bahubali movie, Devara movie. Complaint, CSR 1 and 2. Again some forms, okay, for auditor. So these two are auditor income. This only is important. For impact assessment, you will get fees up to 50 lakhs per assessment. If you just get 5 clients of impact assessment, that's it. 2.5 crores settled over, that's it. Yearly 5, sorry, I didn't get anything. I am on the article that time. Okay. Next, how to spend. I already told you teaser. And where to spend, where not to spend. This we will see in the next session. Hope you all understood guys. Fine. See you all tomorrow. Recording students, next recording. Thank you. Yeah. Hi guys. So welcome back to part 2 of CSR. Part 2 of CSR. Basically instead of one video we are splitting into 2. So in this mainly we are going to discuss. Yesterday I told you few areas where we can spend. We already discussed that can we spend CSR outside India? Outside India, option is no. They are saying first let India get developed, then we go start spending outside of India. Can I spend, you tell me logically, can I spend for employees of company and their families? Employees, then their kids' education. For them I will buy laptop and give all of that. Can I do for that? Why? Then you are spending basically for yourself. Employees are part of your company. You are not spending for outside. Are you following guys? So they are saying CSR is for the society and not yourself. You can spend for employees and family, but it's not part of CSR. Okay. No. Then can I say political parties are doing good for the society? So I will donate to political party. The donation is CSR because in income tax 80G, correct? Which says donation to political party is exempted. Can I do something like that? Donation to political parties is CSR. You tell me guys, income tax is allowing. So donation to political parties is not a CSR. Like this they have listed out a few things as what is not CSR explicitly in the act. What is that? The following is not considered as part of CSR. The first one is outside of India. Then employees and their families and political party donation is not a CSR. Don't have to mug up this list. Just be aware. Then some things that company is doing in the ordinary course of business as part of its business. That also is not CSR. Sir, for example, I am not understanding. Company because of Diwali came or New Year or let's say any festival, they gave a sale 50% off, RE sale 80% off. Can I say this is CSR? No. Why? Because it's part of your business, it's business promotion, it's not CSR. CSR now you have to do it separately under one social scheme, all of that. Clear? Fine. Next, have you seen these marathons and all that happens? Okay. The marathon that happens in Chennai or anywhere, Mumbai, they will say, today Sunday, that beach road is closed or this particular road is closed, 21 kilometers marathon, sponsored by this company, this cancer awareness marathon. You will get one t-shirt, it will be like more of an impact, it will be cancer awareness or some awareness, health awareness marathons, correct? We will mostly go there for that free t-shirt, then cap they will give, some goodies they will give, that juice they will give, free juice they will give, that Gatorade, whatever. Then Nadula join pante, finish line poite photo. I have completed the marathon, that's it, over. Okay. Now, companies are spending for this marathon. That means somebody is giving you those things for free. For full public who are participating. And the company is saying, let's say, Reliance is saying we are conducting a marathon for wildlife sanctuary awareness. So this marathon is going to be, what to say, animal based marathon. Only animals should run. Okay. So they have done some awareness like that. Can they say this expense of marathon is for CSR for awareness? Yes or no? How many of you yes? How many of you no? Okay, most of you saying no, some are saying yes. Now because of this, the impact is only for that day. It is like a one-off expense, and in doing this, the company also is getting marketing. They are also getting promotion, correct? So one-time expense in like marketing, promotion, TV sponsorship, all these will not come under CSR because company also is getting benefited. If you look at schedule 7, which I will do in the end of the chapter, where all we can spend, this is where we cannot spend. Where we cannot spend, if you see where we can spend, most of the things where we can spend will have benefit not just for today, but it will be a lasting benefit. So if you look at this, CSR activities should not be undertaken by the companies in project program mode or one-off events such as marathon, awards. We are sponsoring awards, okay, charity awards or whatever, charitable contribution, just donating to charities, okay. Advertisement, sponsorship of TV programs will not be part of CSR expenditure. Then what will be part of CSR, sir? This list, schedule number 7, which we will discuss separately. We have to remember both. You should remember what is included. You should also remember what is not included. Okay. We are first discussing what is not included. Then for employees, companies will pay bonus, PF, ESI. Can I say that CSR? See, these are all things that you know anyway, which is not CSR. Donation to political party is not CSR. We know that. But they are just clarifying over here. Like that, expense for labor loss, any bonus, all of factories act payment, all these are not CSR. For example, employee got hurt during work in the factory. So company gave him lot of money, 5 lakhs as compensation. That is not CSR. Are you following, guys? These are just clarification points. Are you understanding, guys? Clear? All of you with me? Hello? Following? Now we should know what is CSR. So we'll come to Gen Z notes. We're going to classify into 2 now. Okay. Where to spend? This is the most important one because practically you will be checking this only. Maybe for exam it's going to be compute how much to spend. In real life, computation of how much to spend is not a big deal. Last 3 years average into 2%, you add extra 1%, okay, so that you will be on safe side. Companies will anyway be okay to spend. No company will be like, oh, I'm going to spend this much. They will be like, okay, fine, extra 1% is not a big deal. The biggest thing is where to spend, because this speaks a lot about the company and its values. So where you should not spend, few points that we saw. Employees and family. Then outside India you cannot spend. Then donation to political parties. Then one-off events like what? Marathon, awards, charity. These are all not included. Then also employee statutory contribution. Employee statutory contribution like PF, ESI, all these are also not included. Are you following, guys? How they may ask question, 6-mark question. Is this considered for CSR? Not considered for CSR. Yes, true or false with statement. Or in MCQ they can ask in one case study. They have spent for all these, which is covered, which is not covered. Are you getting it, guys? All of you with me? Hello? Next, then where I can spend, sir? This only is schedule 7. For schedule 7, we have a story. We will discuss that now. Are you following so far, guys? Any doubts? Now, before I go to that story, okay, before I go to that story, let's say, for example, building a hospital. Is it covered in CSR? Yes. Now my next question, I'm going to go to the story in 5 minutes, but before that, can companies come together and spend for CSR? Yes. Now I said, you are not supposed to donate for charity. Now can I donate? I'm saying, see, I'm a very profit oriented company. I don't believe in this charity and all. I want to own 500 crores, 1000 crores, settle down in life, move abroad. This and all, okay, for Companies Act purpose I'm doing. What is Companies Act saying? CSR is which section? 135. In that, turnover should be more than or equal to 1000. Net worth more than 500. Net profit more than 5 crores. Then you will spend 2% of average net profit of last 3 years. This alone I will do. I don't care about anything else. Sir, how to remember this in exam? That company is saying, I don't want to forget this percentage. Exactly, I want to follow percentage. Okay, it is mainly driven by what? Net profit. It doesn't, I don't care about turnover. Let the turnover be 30,000 crores. If I'm having 1 rupee loss, I won't spend for CSR. That means CSR is driven by net profit. So net profit is how much? 5. That 5 represents 5 crores. Then 135, average of last 3 years. So you should not forget in exam, 3 years or 4 years or 2 years. Then how much percentage? 2 percentage. 3 minus 1, 2 percentage. That's it. 5 minus 3 also. Super. Now Arsha is saying. So 3 minus 1 or 5 minus 3, 2 percentage. Anyway, you minus. Okay. So all this relates to net profit. So that company money-minded fellow is saying, that's it. This 2% is enough for me. I will build a hospital. But he's saying, I don't want to waste my time. I have only 20 years of my core effort. I don't want to spend time for CSR. I will donate to somebody else. That 5% or 2% I will donate to somebody. You build it. I am okay with it. But you're saying charity is not allowed. So I'm only asking you a question. It may be wrong. Which company is doing charitable work in India? Section 8 companies. We are in Gen Z notes. Okay. Which company is doing charitable work? Section 8 company. Can I give that money to a Section 8 company and tell you do the work? I will, instead of donating to, let's say, random people, I will donate to Section 8 company. Can I do that? That law allows. Why? Why they are saying charity is not allowed? Because, see, you can think charity is helpful only. No, sir. See, in charity itself, people do scams. I'm not saying everybody. 80%, 90% may be good. But 10-20% in the name of charity, people scam. I'm sure you will be seeing some on social media. So, let's say ITC is saying, I'm giving charity and I'm giving to people who are not recognized for doing charity. Doesn't make sense. No. If I'm doing charity, that's for my satisfaction. But here it's for law. So if you go to an unregistered entity and give charity, they will not count that. Are you getting it, guys? That means according to law, if you are doing charity, I will recognize you only if you are a... That means you should donate to a Section 8 company, I will accept. That too, Section 8 company should have a track record of 3 years. Sir, that means what I will try to do for scammer? Okay, let me take this CSR also for myself. I will start a Section 8 company and donate there and use that expense for construction of my house and tell I did CSR. So that Section 8 company should also have a track record of 3 years. This is the second point. Look at this. The second part over here which says, follow. Look at this. CSR activities can be undertaken through a company under Section 8. That means you can give the money to a Section 8 company, and also they are saying that Section 8 company, such company or trust or society should have a track record of 3 years in undertaking similar projects. That's it. Sir, what is the crux, sir? For Gen Z notes, what is important for me? For me, if you are giving charity, that means you are donating. You can donate to a Section 8 company or a trust or a society which is having track record of 3 years or 3 years of similar objects. Are you following, guys? All of you with me? Hello, Arun following? Okay. Now, we will leave the percentage, etc. We have to now go to schedule number 7. We still have some small concepts left, which I will do after schedule 7. Just 3 concepts. So, where to spend? Now, you know where you should not spend. Can you donate? Yes, if it's a Section 8 company which has a track record of 3 years of similar objects. Now, where to spend is schedule 7, that big list. We will take one small story to understand that. Okay. Now, this story is just for classroom purpose, guys, so that you get some context. You will remember that in easy exam it will be easy. Okay. It is going to be a sad story that I am going to direct, guys, or at least sad start. We will see if climax we can change it. So there is one family with 2 kids. Okay. Fine. Now, that family that man is working in the army. Example only guys for classroom purpose so that you will remember the points. Amaran story na solla. Number 2 years in 2 years I'm telling this story only. It is not even related to Amaran just because it's an army. That too is a sad story in a very different way. Okay. Amaran is much better. The best movie. This is the flop movie. Okay. For section 135 purpose. Okay. Pokriya. Flop ன்னு சொல்றான் சரி ஓகே பார்த்து வச்சுக்கோங்க கைஸ் 4th ரோல உட்காந்துட்டு இருக்கான் ஓகே ஓகே மாமா விஷ்ணு ஓகே ஓகே ஃபைன் கம் பேக் கைஸ் ஸோ the father is working in the army. Unfortunate during war he passed away. So the mother and 2 kids were staying in a house somewhere around, let's say Uttarakhand, around the rivers, mountains, all of that. Mother had 2 kids who were very small, let's say 3 years and 1 year or something, infants or toddler age. Okay, they were staying in a rented house. Now because of army the death, they were not able to pay rent because salary was not coming, but they were promised to get that PF, all that compensation, so they were fine. Okay, fine, at least money will come. But because of corruption they didn't get the money. I told sad story. Okay, they did not get the money. So now what the mother had to do, she didn't know where to go. The landlord told, I am sorry, take 3 months you stay here without rent, after that you can leave. So then the mother left with the kids and she was going out. She didn't know where to stay. Initially she stayed near that river bank or wherever you can find place. Then they found one what to say, orphanage or shelter homes will be there. No, you can stay there. Shelter homes. They were staying in different shelter homes, orphanage. Then sometimes they will also stay in, let's say, there will be some homes made just for women to stay. So different places she was exploring. Instead of staying in one place, she was moving around. The kids were also growing up. You think they would have had good food? It would have been difficult to get good food. So they were also having malnutrition issue. Okay. Then, but they were growing around the hilly areas. So somehow immunity was growing. Initially it was difficult and the body got accustomed. They got strong. Then as time kept going, both of the kids, the mother told, only way you can grow in life is you have to study. That's common dialogue, you have to study. Fine. They grew, let's say they grew little big, 4-5 years, 6-7 years over. One kid said, Padiba, I won't study. No studying. Okay, did not study itself. He used to go and play in those mountains, go for swimming on the full river banks. No, he used to go for swimming over there. Other kid used to study, but he didn't have books. So where he will go and study? Library. We have a lot of public libraries across of India. Books will be there. Maybe old books or new books he started studying. Now since he didn't have a lot of money, can he study CA? Didn't have a lot of money, can he study CA? No solringa. Can he study doctor? No, difficult for by paying money. Can he study engineering? So one course which will change your life, even if income is not there, if you study well, is what? So he got awareness of that by seeing some YouTube videos. Without income you can study. Okay. Without income you can study also still and you can clear. Okay. So he took up CA when he was in 7th standard itself. Okay. School also he was not going regularly. He used to attend, let's say, government schools or whatever. So then they stayed in some orphanage. They got some few months. They kept changing places. Then one kid took up CA. Other one, because he was not interested in studies, he didn't take up sports. Sports chose him. Okay. So he went into sports. Which sports? Swimming. I was saying swimming in hint kurtene. Okay. So he went into swimming, guys. Then both of them grew up. This fellow cleared CA. This fellow won some medals in Indian sports. Interval, good interval. Interval block over. Okay. Interval. Okay. I'm only narrating, no. Fine. Popcorn நிறைய காசு கொடுக்கணும் அப்பதான் வரும். Okay. Next second half started. Then let's say, then this fellow, the CA, knew how difficult it was for him when he was growing up. So after all the money he earned, he wanted to give back to the society. So he started building, he started contributing for research and development for, let's say, some new technology or all of that. Then he went to some IIT Madras or let's say IIM Bangalore. Whatever money he had, he used to donate over there to give for kids, give free education through IIT, IIM for kids, all the donation he used to do. Then he also remembered when he was a kid, he was in the playing in swimming in river. Which river? Ganga river he was swimming. He fell sick many times. Why? It is a very polluted river, but because of swimming there, his immunity also grew. Okay. And he was not able to go into sports that much. He realized how dirty that river was, so he also wanted to spend on cleaning that river. Then the other guy who got into sports then went into Olympics and he got a medal in Olympics. So then full recognition came, full money came. With all these Olympic winners, what they will do next? We will forget them anyway in 6 months. So that money, what he will do? Mostly all these Olympic winners will start setting up. They will tell, okay, next somebody also should take up same sport. They will start keeping some training academy on sports and training people from rural areas. Mostly we will see. He started doing that. They both were doing pretty well. Then towards the end, old age. So the mother also was little unwell. Then they moved to a bigger house. They were comfortably staying. Then COVID hit. Then they saw how the country was suffering. They also donated whatever they could for COVID, guys. They donated fully for COVID, for oxygen cylinder, all of that. When he won that Olympic medal, in top of the house, what they'll keep? Indian flag. Olympic medal, they'll keep Indian flag. That's it. Movie over. Okay. Song illa correct. Okay. Song irukkalam. Okay. Next time I will add song with. I'll take the suggestion. Enga irukkalam song. Okay. Heroine. Next time we will introduce heroine also. Actually, I should change the story. Enough. Next time I will change the story. Okay. Neenga solunga ipo where we can change the story after seeing the points. We will change this time itself. Okay. Now. In the order neenga solunga guys, we will change the story. So basically this whole story covers all the points. If you see, for what you can spend on CSR is what the story is all about. Please tell me where we can keep some fight scene, some songs based on these points. Okay. Eradicating hunger, poverty and malnutrition. We covered. Then Swachh Bharat Kosh for safe drinking water. We covered. There was no good drinking water. Then promoting education, including special education and employment among children, women and elderly. We covered. Okay. Next. Empowering women, setting up homes and hostels for women and orphans. We covered. That will include, of course, old age homes. Then senior citizens, all of that. And environment sustainability, clean Ganga fund for cleaning the Ganga, that fund, and other environment like animal welfare, flora and fauna, agroforestry, conservation of natural resources. Flora and fauna only. That Reliance Group launched that wildlife sanctuary. What is that called? That Vantara they launched. No, that will come under flora and fauna. Okay. Then protection of national heritage, art and culture, including restoration of buildings, public libraries. Next, measures for the benefit of armed force veteran, war widows and their dependents. Our caste, that war life they suffer means, then we will give them some compensation. That if company is compensating additionally, it's considered into CSR. Training to promote rural sports, nationally recognized sports, Paralympics and Olympic sports. Can I tell I'm training for, let's say, for playing hide and seek, I will promote? No. Only nationally recognized sports. So all the nationally recognized sports is badminton, all of that, Olympics, all of that. For that any training is fine. Again, companies should not tell I'm promoting cricket, I will do CSR camp. Already cricket is promoted. Cricket is considered, cricket will be counted only in CSR because it is nationally recognized. Where you should stop that, the CSR committee should tell, bodum cricket. You promote some other sport. Already it's developed. There are many other sports to take. Then contribution to PM, National Relief Fund, any Prime Minister Relief Fund is considered, guys. In Tamil Nadu, we have the CM Relief Fund, Stalin Relief Fund. Every state will have that state relief fund. Can I contribute? Now, let's say I'm a company from Tamil Nadu. Sun TV is a company from Tamil Nadu. Profitable company. Will Sun TV contribute to CM Relief Fund or PM Relief Fund? PM or CM? They will want to contribute to CM Relief Fund only. So the act is saying, if you contribute to CM Relief Fund, not CSR. Because if you contribute to CM Relief Fund, money goes to the state. It will not go to the center. So CM, state contribution you can do, but it's not considered in that 2% of CSR. Then this side, all publicly funded universities, your IIMs, IITs, then all the Department of Biotechnology, just have a rough look, guys. Then it is Defense Research Development Organization, all of this. There, if you contribute for research, it's taken. Incubators, research development projects. If you're building any new technology under government, they will take. Rural development is considered. These kids were living in slum area, so slum area development is considered. Disaster management, including relief. Idu na kondu varala. When they were in the bank, flood came or landslide came and so now it will become more sad. So all of that, guys. Then Har Ghar Tiranga. Remember sometime one scheme came where you have to take the Indian flag, keep on the terrace, take a selfie and put in the app. Call panna varum every Independence Day, Republic Day time, one call will come, Har Ghar Tiranga and solli. Correct? Do you remember, guys? How many of you did that? Few of you. Okay. Okay. Rakesh. Okay. Adukku you have to buy Indian flag. Some companies gave Indian flag for free. We did donation of Indian flags for people to keep in terrace. For that, they said campaign to promote awareness of Indian flag and mass production of the flag is considered CSR. Then point 15 is not relevant now. COVID time la vanda expense like awareness for COVID vaccination, setting up makeshift hospital. That time train was converted to hospital. Hotels was converted to hospital because there was not available. So the temporary hospital, COVID care facilities, many people needed oxygen. So oxygen plant, all of this was also COVID. Are you all able to follow, guys? இப்போ சொல்லுங்க, எங்க சாங் போடலாம்? எங்க போடலாம் சாங்கும் ஃபைட்டும்? புரியல. உமன் ஹாஸ்டல்ல சாங்கா? ஓகே ஃபைன். அது நான் சொன்னா நல்லா இருக்காது கிளாஸ்ல. ஓகே, உமன் ஹாஸ்டல்ல சாங்னு சொல்றேன் நிசார். எஸ் விஷ்ணு. ஹீரோயின் என்ட்ரி பசங்களுக்கா? உனக்கு ஒரு சில லைப்ரரி சொல்லாமே. லைப்ரரியில் படிக்கும் போது ஒன் மோர் கேர்ள் கேம் ஃபார் ஸ்டடிங். Where is that? Yeah, fifth point. Okay, protection. Okay, art and culture. Yeah, so there could be a dancer. The girl can come there, and that time one song. Okay, those two kids saw and got inspired. Correct? Okay, fine. The guy will have a girlfriend who is dancing and protecting art, cultural dance. Yes. So song, next time I will include song here. Okay. Next, song will come here. Anything else? Enga fight வைக்கிறது? So for both the brothers, they will like the same girl, so they will fight. Okay. Definitely the CA guy will lose. Correct. அவன் ஸ்விமிங் பண்றானே. ஓகே ஃபைன். என்ட்ரி ஸ்டார்டிங்லேயே சாங், ஆர்மி சாங். அதுக்கு எங்கே நான் கனெக்ட் பண்ணுவேன் பாயிண்ட்? நோ திஸ் புரியல. எங்க? எஸ் அரவிந்த் சொல்லுங்க. லேண்ட்ஸ்லைட்ல ஹீரோயின் சத்ருவாலா? டிசாஸ்டர் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்ல. Okay, நான் சொல்ல guys, Arvind is saying we will introduce the heroine, then second after disaster management la landslide la heroine will die. Okay. Oh, appada on the landslide la he will learn swimming and he will save her. Okay. Fine. Okay. Next time we will incorporate all of this, guys. Don't worry. Okay. Purila. Okay, understood, guys. So now you know what is covered in schedule 7. It is going to be our story. Are you going to, anybody wants to produce this movie? Short film. Okay, fine. I am not writing these points in Gen Z notes. I am sure you will remember this mock story till exams. Okay, you will remember, guys. 100% you will remember. That's it. In this points are covered. Remember also addition given by our students. One heroine is introduced in the first half for dance, cultural dance, Bharatanatyam. So one song. Second half in disaster management, flood will come. So she will be stuck in the flood. That swimmer will go and save her. That is the action scene. Okay. Okay. So one more thing, part 2. Yeah, very good. So Vishnu is saying he was not able to save her. So unfortunately she died. Because of that, he went into depression. He did drugs and all of that. He went to rehabilitation center and he got better. Okay. அதுக்கு எப்படி அவ்வளோ சொல்கிறோம்? சிஏ படித்தான், டிப்ரெஸ் ஆகிட்டான், ரீஹாப் போயிட்டு வந்தான். ஓகே ஓகே ஃபைன். ஓகே தென் okay, get back, guys. That's it. We have to finish the balance in this CSR. We've already spent enough time. 15 minutes I have to close this, guys. Follow. Now the remaining concepts we have in CSR is mainly some procedures. I'll take it one by one instead of writing all of this. Just 4 concepts left. How many concepts, guys? 4 small concepts. All the 4 are amendments. All the 4 yet to be tested. All the 4 are worthy testable areas. 1. CSR 1 and CSR 2. Okay. What happened? Companies started spending on CSR, but how much they spent, we didn't know until you go to the company's website. Okay. So what they said, we want to bring in some transparency. So for that, what they said, how you all have Aadhaar card, every company who's spending for CSR should register in ROC and get a CSR 1 certificate on 1st April of any year if you are eligible for CSR. This is for eligibility. First time registration, getting one Aadhaar card madi. This will be one number that will be given to the company. If I put this number, I will have list of all the CSR projects that they are carrying on, how much they spent, how much they are going to spend, photos, all of that. Impact. Clear? Easier, Kuma. So I will go to ROC website, put that number and get list. This is one time work. CSR 1 is a one time activity. But I told every year they will keep doing different projects. Updates will happen. First year I would have built hospital. Second year I would have expanded the hospital. Correct? For that only CSR 2 comes. This you have to file along with AOC 4 under section 137. 137 we studied of filing of FS2 ROC within 30 days. And the form order said you have to file what? CSR 2. Who has to file? CA, CS or income. Income for us for filing this. This updated file will have what? In the last 1 year, what were the CSR projects? So CSR 2 is filed on a yearly basis. Are you all following, guys? Clear? Any doubts still here? No? Okay. This is first point. Come to our notes. It is given here. Under that section 8 point, you can see here. Every year, company will file CSR 2, but CSR 1 will be filed in the first time, verified by CA, CSN, CMA, and they will get the unique number like Aadhaar card, CSR registration number. CSR 2 is filed on every financial year under section 137. Note these 2, not yet tested. I am sure they will test it sometime. In the next 3 attempts, it will come. Okay. Next amendment. Especially when these new forms and all come, they will test it, guys. Okay. Second, quickly, second one. Sir, while doing CSR activities, can I earn profit? While doing CSR, can I earn profit? Yes or no? Maybe. In the course of the business, incidentally, I can earn some profit. Can you give some example? Promote. Business promotion. Okay, that is one. No, directly I want to know. Why? Okay, let's say I have cooked food to give for the poor. Some food was extra. So I sold it for some small price. Okay, or anything else, guys? Where else? Where else, guys? Okay, this profit, let's say you made some oxygen cylinders for COVID patients as CSR. That profit, some cylinders were left over. That profit, that leftover cylinders, you sold it, made some profit. This profit can the company use for itself? No. While doing CSR, if there is any, something is wrong with this. Okay. 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 There is profit from CSR. That profit should be invested again into CSR activity. That's it. Simple as saying, if you earn profit from CSR, invest back into. If you are not doing, government is saying give it to Schedule 7 fund, PM Cares fund within 6 months from end of financial year. So let me write the summary, guys. There, that fly is there. So somebody go and chase that away. House fly தானே போ நரேஷ் போயிட்டு வாங்க. இந்த மாதிரி இஷ்யூஸ் நான் எக்ஸ்பெக்டே பண்ணல. Fly is sitting on the touch screen. So we okay. Fine. திருப்பி வரப்போகுது. ஓகே ஓகே. So we will write, okay, we are done writing here, guys. So let's write down in summary notes. CSR 1 will be filed for CSR registration. CSR 2 will be filed along with AOC 4 under section 137 on a yearly basis. I told 4 concepts are left. Second, last 4 concepts. Second one, if profits are earned due to CSR, what you should do? Spend for CSR. If not what? Within, send to Schedule 7 within 6 months from end of financial year. Schedule 7 within 6 months from end of financial year. That's it. Next. Following, guys. Okay. Third one. So that's these 2 concepts we saw so far. Any doubts in this? Hello? So CSR 1, CSR 2. Profits are earned due to CSR na spend for CSR. If not, within 6 months end of financial year. Let's come back to our notes. In 10 minutes we will close this chapter, guys. So we have finished first page, all the concepts. I'm just reviewing for whom, how much. Second page we finished where to spend CSR. Third page we finished where you should not spend and how you should spend. Section 8 company, 3 years track record, CSR 1 and 2. Below there is a penalty. Please go through the penalty at your end. Mark it as an important penalty because CSR they can test. Okay. Next. Last page also FAQs we finished. Here also we finished point 2. If there are profits, what to do with the profits. And more than 2% now you can carry forward for 3 years. Okay. Leave this point. This A, excess amount shall be allowed for carry forward after 22nd Jan. That is an amendment time. Upon the amendment came for carry forward. Now it's not relevant. Now we have only last 2 points. CSR reporting and admin expense. This is the last one where we need clarity. That's it. Last discussion, last concept. Follow, guys. For all the CSR activities, we have this committee. For example, if you take ITC CSR, okay. If you go to the CSR page, they are doing a lot of work. What all they are doing? Let's say, okay, Tata. If you take, they are doing. It's more easily put over here. They are doing, let's say, lot of funds. School on Wheels project, Ignite My School, whatever, 100 schools, 1000 schools, sorry, all of this. For this, apart from the program, will there be some administrative expense? for that CSR committee to stay in hotel if they are traveling, for their food. Now let's take a number. Let's say average net profit of last 3 years is 10 crores, 15 crores, and let's say 25 crores. How much it's coming to? 50 crores. Make this 20. It's coming to 60. So I will divide 60 by 3. You will get 20 crores into 2%. You end up with how much? 4. 40 lakhs is what I have to spend for CSR. In fact, the same number we got earlier, correct? Now, in this 40 lakhs, can I spend 100% for CSR work? Not possible, because there will be some admin expense. That committee is there, for them they have to travel. So, they are saying, in this if you spend 95%, it's enough. Or in other words, forget 95%. The admin expense for CSR should not exceed 5% of CSR spending. Very important. So what is 5% of 40 lakhs? 10% 4 lakhs is how much? 2 lakhs. That means out of this 40 lakhs, up to 2 lakhs you can spend for travel, etc. 38 lakhs can go for CSR. So what if you spend more than 2 lakhs? I spent 7 lakhs. No penalty. It is okay. But I will count only 2% of it as admin. 38 lakhs should be counted as CSR. That means you should have spent 38 lakhs for CSR for items in schedule number 7. Who will check this? CA. When he is filing CSR 2. Sir, what is my work, sir? Did he spend according to schedule 7? Did he spend correctly as per this limits? Check that and report to ROC. That is your work. For that only you are filing CSR 2 every year and getting your fees. Okay. Now, do you remember that Commonwealth Bank scam which happened in India around 2008, 9, 10 or something? When Commonwealth Games happened in India? No. What happened that time? It was a big scam. Like how 2G scam was big. After 2G scam came, this scam came to India. How we have Olympics, like that we have another like games called Commonwealth Games. Are you aware of that, guys? Gold, silver. In that India will get lot of medals. Okay. Now that's because some countries don't participate. Okay. Okay. Fine. So back then that sporting event happened in India, where it happened in Delhi. Follow, guys. When it happened in Delhi, like how for example IPL is happening. When IPL is happening, players will come and stay. Players, expense they will stay in star hotels. Like that, global athletes came to Delhi. So for that, they built one village itself, a temporary village where they put up all that. They called it Commonwealth Bank's village, where they provide accommodation for all the athletes, etc. For that, government should give us some budget to spend, correct, guys? Now recently also in Tamil Nadu there was this chess tournament, international chess. For that, lot of promotion was happening across the country. In the city also they put lot of boardings. So for that some expense, like that for this game lot of expense took place. And then the scam was basically the person who was in charge of the full games from Indian side. What he did, let's say in one room toilet paper is there for the athletes to use. He told toilet paper is 2000 rupees. Premium toilet paper. Actually, it would have been, let's say, 200 rupees. While booking expense in the budget, while preparing accounts, he showed how much. Then where is the remaining 1800? He ate it. Are you fall? Not the toilet paper. He ate them. Okay. Fine. Now, so, basically what he has done, he's, like it's, in a simple example, parents gave you 1000 rupees. You spent only 200, but you told them I spent 1000. Where? Hotel paid 1000 over. How? I spent off. They'll leave it. So like that, what if companies in the name of CSR, they would have spent only 1 crore, but they will tell I spent 5 crores. For that they will create some bills. How do we check? Are you following, guys? Understanding? And let's say you actually spent 5 crores only. Okay. But no use. CSR panna, there has to be some benefit for somebody else. Someone's life should be impacted in some way. So the last concept, beautiful concept, is called impact assessment. What is impact assessment? Every company spending on CSR in the last 3 years la, if CSR spend is more than 10 crores, then they have to do an impact assessment. Who will do that? CA or any professional. Here they are not saying CA, it could be a CA also. This professional should do an impact assessment. Look at this. Every company having CSR of 10 crores or more in the immediately preceding 3 years shall undertake impact assessment through an independent agency having a budget outlay of 1 crore or more and completed 1 year before the, what they are trying to say. Let's say last 3 years spend is more than, therefore in the current year I will do an impact assessment, not for the full 10 crores, for all those projects which are more than 1 crore and it is completed. And it is completed. Are you following, guys? You will not do for ongoing projects. Why? You have to wait for the project to be completed. Then only we can assess the impact. Are you following, guys? For doing this, professional is there. He will ask for money. For him, how much to give? We will do this with numbers. For him, how much to give, guys? In above example, we saw if 40 lakhs is the spend, then 5% he will get 2 lakhs. That means admin overhead includes how much, guys? 5%. In that 5%, 2% can be for impact assessment. That means the remaining 3% is for others. I will come to that percentage later, guys. It's 2% or something else. First, let's 2% or 50 lakhs, whichever is higher. I will come to that. We will do with actual numbers now itself. Let's write down about impact assessment. Sir, what to remember for exam? Last one, impact assessment. Okay. Where the CSR spend is more than 10 crores in last 3 years, then assessment of any completed project which is more than or equal to 1 crore or more. Okay, 1 crore or more. Assessment of completed project of 1 crore or more. Now the beauty of this, what they are saying, it is not just completed. It should have been completed plus 1 year over. Are you getting it? See, if it is completed today, I won't do impact assessment tomorrow. I can't do impact. It should be completed now. And how much time should get over? 1 year should get over. Then only you will start the impact assessment. Can you see how well they have drafted this? Are you getting it, guys? Sir, my CSR spending, for example, is 30 crores, sir. Is impact assessment eligible? Yes. But all my projects are only 30 lakhs. I have done 100 projects. 100 projects I have done of 30 lakhs. Is impact assessment needed? Not needed. This is loophole. Sir, not loophole. They are saying if you are doing small projects less than 1 crore, it is hard to ascertain the long-term impact. If the project value is 1 crore or more and 1 year is over, then you will do impact assessment. Let me summarize again, guys. Sir, for exam, what to remember? Very important. Mark it as important because it is an amendment, not yet tested. It's been 2 years since it came. Not yet tested means it will be tested sometime. So impact assessment, CSR spend is more than or equal to 10 crores in last 3. Then impact assessment will get activated. Who will assess? Any professional will do it. Okay, any professional from an independent agency, they will do it, guys. Not for all projects. projects which is completed, how much time more after completion? 1 year, and the project value should be 1 crore or more. All these conditions met now, then this professional agency will come and independent agency will come and do it. For him I would pay fees. I should pay him fees. His fees is 2% of CSR or 50 lakhs, whichever is higher. Are you following, guys? Now let's take numbers to understand this. I will take a number to understand this. Okay, look at this. Let's take ITC, guys. We saw ITC's financials last example in books of accounts. We saw ITC's FS, yes or no, guys? In ITC's FS, we saw net profit after tax was 18,000 crores. Was how much, guys? 18,000 crores. Let me say average net profit is 15,000 for last 3 years. Therefore 2% is how much? 2% is how much, guys? Quickly computer. 30 lakhs எப்படி வரும்? 15,000 crores la. Okay. 300 crores they have to spend for. See, I'm repeating. ITC's net profit is around 18,000 crores. Let me take averages 15,000 crores for last 3 years. In that you have to spend 2%, which is 300 crores. I have to spend. In this, 5% is for administrative expense. Correct? Now, for this company, do you think impact assessment will come? Yes. Because it's more than 10 crores. Let me assume there are projects more than 1 crore in 1 year is completed also. I'm focusing on numbers. So what is 5% of 300? 15 crores. Are you all following, guys? This much I can spend for overall admin. But for the impact study, I can spend 2% or 50 lakhs, whichever is higher. Can you compute what is 2% of 300 crores? 6 crores. That means if I am doing impact study, I will be paid minimum 50 lakhs. The words whichever is higher means minimum fees is how much? How they are beautifully drafted. Somebody will fight and tell I will do impact assessment for 2 lakhs. Minimum is 50 lakhs. Now follow. Or 6 crores. I'll come to the other part also later. 6 crores, whichever is. So that person, that CA who is doing this will get a fees of 6 crores. It is not 6 crores. It is up to 6 crores. Are you follow? Look at the wordings, guys. Shall not exceed 2% of the total CSR for that financial year or 50 lakhs, whichever is. Meaning, this is not the minimum fees. This is the maximum fees you can give. That means I can give up to, I can give even 10 lakhs. Are you following, guys? Are you understanding interpretation? I will again do it. Look at this. They are saying company undertaking impact assessment may book the expenditure towards CSR which shall not exceed 2% of the total of that financial year or 50 lakhs, whichever is higher. Maximum amount that can be spent towards impact assessment. So this is the maximum I can pay. Are you getting it, guys? Can I pay more? If what happens if you pay more than this, it will start affecting the other 5%. So 3% remaining is how much? 15 minus 6. 9 crores you can spend now for administrative overhead. Are you getting it, guys? This is the maximum. They are only talking about what is the maximum I can give. Are you following, guys? Clear? Sir, will it be less than 50 lakhs? Sir? You have to reverse work for that. If 50 lakhs is 2%, what is 100%? So you divide 50 lakhs divided by 2%. None of you are using calculator. Let me do it myself. 50 lakhs divided by 2%. You get how much, guys? How much? 25 crores, huh? Correct? You are getting 25 crores. Fine. That means up to 25 crores, the highest will be 50 lakhs. Sir, I'm not understanding. Let's say my CSR spend instead of 300 crores is only 20 crores. What is 2% of 20 crores? 40 lakhs. That means up to 25 crores, the higher will always be 50 lakhs. Once you cross 25 crores, it will cross 50 lakhs. All this no need to mug up. Sir, for exam, what should I remember? Very simple. For exam, all you have to remember is, for this impact assessment, for the professional, how much to pay on the CSR spend, it is 50 lakhs or 2% of CSR, whichever is higher. That's it. Whichever is higher, this is the maximum I can pay. I can't pay more than this. Here, can you pay more than 6 crores? You can pay 9 crores, follow. But for the purpose of CSR, they will count only 6 crores. It's like that previous thing. You spend more, it's okay. But in my 100% accounting, I have to spend 300 crores. So how I will show that in that example? In 300 crores, I will split like this. 5%, 95. What is 5% we got? 15 crores. Therefore, this is 285 crores. 285 has to be spent for CSR. In this 15, for impact assessment, maximum you can pay 2%, which is 6 crores. Therefore, 3%, 9 crores will be for administrative overhead. This is for impact. Sir, instead of 6, can I pay 10 crores? If you want, you pay. Act is not prohibiting you to do that. But for the computation of CSR reporting, I will consider only 6 crores. Are you following, guys? That 2%. That means what company will do? They will try to reduce this 6 crores. If I make this 1 crore, then I can spend 14 crores for myself, for the admin work. Are you following, guys? Understanding, this is limit not for the fees of professional. This is not professional fees. Professional fees can be anything. This is for the CSR2 reporting purpose. Otherwise, what people will do, they will make this 5% higher. They will stay in star hotels and the actual impact will reduce. They are saying impact should be 95% spend. Adoda value, how am I able to ascertain the value? Ascertain with by spending only 2%. Are you getting it, guys? So 100%, 5, 95. In that 5, we have a 2 and 3. Are you following, guys? Understanding? Clear? Within this, you can play with numbers. Within 5%, you can play. In this, you can play however you want. But both put together should not cross 15. And for CSR, you have to spend 285. That's it. Are you understanding, guys? That's it. In Gen Z notes, we wrote this also. Professional independent agency, 2% of CSR of 50 lakhs, whichever is higher. This 2% is inclusive in 5% of administrative overhead. Are you following, guys? That's it. We are done with CSR. CSR Gen Z itself. For me, it took 1.5 pages, but for you, maybe one side and few lines. That's it. Are you following, guys? Let's revise CSR alone once and then we will close the session. Just to get that holistic understanding, because we started yesterday. Here also part 1, part 2. You like part 1 or part 2? Part 2. How many of you like part 1? Part 2? Both. Okay. Fine. Let's revise 2 minutes, guys. Quickly. Sir, all this discussion, we spent solid 2 hours on CSR. For exam, let's revise in 2 to 3 minutes. CSR for first. For whom it is applicable, guys? Any company where turnover is more than equal to 1000 crores, net worth more than equal to 500 crores, net profit more than equal to 5 crores. How much? 2% of average net profit of last. Which I will not include. Overseas, income from overseas branch or subsidiary and dividend from a company already spending on. I spent exactly 2%. Okay, less than 2%. Ongoing project now, spend within 3 years and transfer to separate bank account within 30 days. After 3 years, not yet spent, then transfer to Schedule 7 within 30 days. Not ongoing project, transfer to Schedule 7 within 6 months. You spent more than 2%, excess carried forward for 3 years. That's it. Then we saw CSR committee, public company. If 3 directors, in that if independent director is there, he has to be there. Otherwise, 2 are sufficient. Then for private, 2. For foreign company, person. This committee is needed only if the CSR to be spent is more than 50 lakhs. Then we saw, if you create an asset, capital asset under CSR, what I should do? Transfer to Section 8 company or a trust or any public authority. Then you will take profit before tax. We will take only profit before tax. Can company pool CSR funds and do it together? 3-4 companies together? Yes. No, limit for holding and subsidy should be applied separately. Here itself let me write. Again for CSR, administrative overhead is how much? 5%. Then we saw where to spend today. Where you should not spend is for employees, family, outside India, donation to political parties, one-off events. Where you can spend is what? Schedule 7. Can you do donation? Yes. To whom? Section 8 company. That company should have a track record of last 3 years. Then we saw CSR 1 and CSR 2. CSR 1 is CSR registration. 2 is filed every year along with AOC 4. If you earn profits, spend for CSR. Otherwise, transfer again to fund within 6 months from end of financial year. Last important impact assessment. If last 3 years CSR spend is more than 10 crores, it is eligible. For that impact assessment, the project should have been completed 1 year before the assessment and the project value should be 1 crore or more. For that, fees is 2% of CSR spend or 50 lakhs, whichever is higher. With that, we are done with CSR. Are you guys understanding? Perfect. We will close if you don't have any doubts. Anyone? Fine. With this, yes, doubt. Local area near the company. Otherwise, anywhere in India also is allowed. Ama. PM fund will do for a whole country, no? See, is it so his doubt for repeating is, sir, you told CSR should be spent only in local area. That means state fund only will do in local area. Why are we transferring to CM fund, PM fund? Why am I transferring to PM fund? Is it mandatory to transfer to PM fund? Only when you don't spend within the time they are giving, you are incapable to spend. They are saying, you give to me, I will show you how to spend. It is not the first option. It's one of the options if you don't do the first option properly. Correct? Got logic? Why no CM fund? Then every company in every state will transfer to CM fund. PM cares fund will not get money. Okay. Yes. Any other doubts? Fine. With this we are closing books of accounts also. Thank you. Okay. Follow guys. A little bit small clarification about that CSR numbers, because every batch I see students getting confused, but later they understand. So I just want to explain this part again, continuation to previous video using the same numbers. CSR to be spent was 300. In that we saw 5% admin came to 15 crores. Therefore, 95% is 285. Now, what we are doing over here is 285 crores has to be spent for CSR only for items in schedule. There is no question in that. Okay. Sir, 5%, 15 crores is for administrative overhead. If I don't keep a limit here, company instead of 15 crores may have spent, let's say, 50 crores. So if they spend 50 crores, then this will become 250, which I don't want it to happen. That is why the limit is 5%. Now somebody asks, sir, what if I spend 50 crores? You can spend, but for the purpose of CSR expense in my P&L, I will show only 300 and I will show admin expense in that as only 15. Then what about the 50 minus 15, remaining 35? It will be shown as other expense. See, in income tax, we have something called allowable expense. Some expense will be disallowed. So if you spend more than 15, it's an expense for me. It is disallowed for the purpose of CSR reporting. So when I show CSR reporting, I can show I spent 50, but I'm considering only 15. In that 15, he has just given a sub breakup. 6 crores is for impact, 9 crores is for other admin. Most people confuse over here. Those who don't have practical experience and they teach over here, they will tell maximum is 6 crores. In fact, I used to think when I did the first batch actually that 6 crores is maximum. I can pay so much fees. I'll get good fees. No. This is the maximum limit you can have for impact assessment in this breakup for the purpose of CSR reporting. Are you getting it? This is not the maximum payable for him. Whichever is higher is the breakup over here. That means for impact I can spend up to 6 crores. If you spend 3 crores, this will become 12 because overall is 15. If you spend only 1 crore for impact, this becomes 14 crores. Sir, for impact I did not spend itself, sir. I spent only 50 lakhs. Okay, 50 lakhs also is minimum. I spent only 10 lakhs for impact. I found a CA who is doing for 10 lakhs. It's okay. Act is not saying pay him minimum 50. If I give 10 lakhs, then this will become 14.90 crores. It's fine. What we are trying to say is maximum is 6. Then why are they saying 2% of 50 lakhs, whichever is higher? Because in some cases, that 2% may be very less. When, sir? For example, take a scenario where the amount to be spent for CSR is exactly 10 crores. Okay. In this, what is 5%? 5% is how much? 50 lakhs. So I have to spend 9.50 crores for CSR. Now you will understand the beauty of the equation. We are not going in depth over here actually, but now since you asked, we are going here. In this 50 lakhs, 3% is others, 2% is impact. What is 3% of 50 lakhs? How much? Admin, correct. Administrative overhead. Compute, guys. How much? No, not 3% of 50 lakhs, 3% of 10 crores. Split. This will be 30 lakhs. This will be 20 lakhs. Are you following? You got the numbers. This is 3% of 1 crore, 2% of 10 crores. Sorry, both of 10 crores of the base. Now, if I don't keep the other percent, if I just end with 2%, if I end with, that means the maximum fees will become 20 lakhs. Now that guy will tell, I will not do for 20 lakhs, then you will end up paying more, but maybe you will end up paying 25 lakhs because big fours will charge a lot. You will end up paying 25 lakhs, but you are allowed to show expense of only. For that purpose, they said 2% or 50 lakhs, whichever is higher. That means in this case, instead of 20, you can even spend up to 50 lakhs here. So if this is 50, this will again become 0. So this is the maximum you can spend and show as an allowable expense. Sir, otherwise, let's say over here, instead of 6 crores, I paid 60 crores to the impact assessment. That CA is my son, so I gave 60 crores. You pay. But for the purpose of CSR, I will show only 6 crores as the allowable impact assessment expense. Instead of 6 crores, it can even be 6 lakhs. Minimum is not 50 lakhs. Is that clear, guys? The 50 lakhs for the purpose comes over here. Where the amount of CSR is less, the maximum becomes 20 lakhs, which people felt it was very less for a professional agency. So they have increased that case, they have brought it up to 50 lakhs. Are you getting it, guys? Understanding? Okay. So this is with this. Yes. Correct. So if let's say maximum is 50 lakhs, his doubt is, sir, if I spend 75 lakhs for impact assessment, in the P&L, my CSR in that impact assessment breakup will be only, the rest will be other expense. Actually, in P&L, you can show 75 also is fine. When I am reporting in CSR2, it will be 50. For disclosure, see, income tax also it says, here also, P&L you show anything, guys. But reporting I will show as per this percentage. And I will tell in report I spent extra. They will not say, okay, don't spend. I will allow like this only. Are you following, guys? Yes, anybody else, any doubts in this? Fine. So just the clarification on CSR. Anyway, books of accounts is done. Thank you.